जन जमुन तीरा वनचारी जमुन तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्णा। थैंक यू मधु जी। हरे श्याम। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरों श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमदे भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Mukam karoti vachalam pangam langayate girim kripatamaham vande Shri Guru. Hare Krishna. I would like to welcome all of you for our study of Srimad Bhagwatam, Canto number 4, chapter number 20, entitled Lord Vishnu's Appearance in the Sacrificial Arena of Maharaj Prithu. So we have seen many verses here up to verse number 33. So I need to start with verse number 34 today. I would request all of you to read the verse and translation and the purport. I will share the screen. I am having bad throat as usual and cough. Okay, yes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Verse number 34, please. Archana Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Text 34. Maitre Uvacha Idi Vainyasya Rajarsehe Pratinan Yarthavad Vachah Pujito Anugrahi Vainam Gantum Chakre Achyuto Matim. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. The great saint Maitreya told Vidura, the Supreme Personality of Godhead amply appreciated the meaningful prayers of Maharaja Prithu. Thus, after being properly worshipped by the king, the Lord blessed him and decided to depart. Purport. Most important in this verse are the words Prati Anandar Anand Yarthavad Vachaha, which indicate that the Lord appreciated the very meaningful prayers of the king. When a devotee's prayer to the Lord, it is not to ask for material benefits, but to ask the Lord for his favor. He prays that he may be engaged in the service of the Lord's lotus feet, birth after birth. Lord Chaitanya therefore uses the words Mama Janmani Janmani, which means birth after birth. Because a devotee is not even interested in stopping the repetition of birth, the Lord and devotee appear in this material world birth after birth, but such births are transcendental. In the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the Lord informed Arjuna that both he and Arjuna had undergone many, many births previously. But the Lord remembered everything about them, whereas Arjuna had forgotten. The Lord and his confidential devotees appear many, many times to fulfill the Lord's mission, but since such births are transcendental, they are not accompanied by the miserable condition of material birth, and they are therefore called Divya, transcendental. One must understand the transcendental birth of Lord and the devotee. The purpose of Lord's taking birth is to establish devotional service, which is the perfect system of religion, and purpose of birth of a devotee is to broadcast the same system of religion or the bhakti cult all over the world. Ritu Maharaja was an incarnation of the power of the Lord to spread the bhakti cult, and the Lord blessed him to remain fixed in his position. Thus, when the king refused to accept any material benediction, the Lord appreciated that refusal very much. Another significant word in this verse is Achyuta, which means infallible. Although the Lord appears in this material world, he is never to be considered one of the conditioned souls who are all fallible. When the Lord appears, he remains in a spiritual position uncontaminated by the modes of material nature, and therefore in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord expresses the quality of his appearance as Atma Mayaya, performed by internal potency. The Lord, being infallible, is not forced by material nature to take birth in this material world. He appears in order to re-establish the perfect order of religious principles and to vanquish the demonic influence the human society. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. It's a very beautiful verse. So we have seen in this chapter how Lord Vishnu is appearing before Maharaj Prithu, and Maharaj Prithu is glorifying Lord Vishnu, and after hearing all the praise of Maharaj Prithu, Lord Vishnu is replying to him, giving benediction to him, right? That we have already seen. Now the conversation again continues between Maitreya Muni and Vidura, Mahajan Vidura. He says, Maitreya Muni says, the Supreme Personality of Godhead amply appreciated the meaningful praise of Maharaj Prithu. So, thus after being worshipped by the king, the Lord blessed him and decided to depart. So, very important point, which we can always understand, like when if we are praying sincerely, dear devotees, if we are praying sincerely to Krishna, Krishna will definitely hear our prayers. There is no doubt about it. We may think that why, oh no, I am praying but Krishna is not listening. It is not that fulfilling all our desires. It's not necessary that he will fulfill all our desires, in the sense, especially the material desires. If it is going to come for us, if it is beneficial for us, if it is not going to disturb our Krishna consciousness, then he will sanction it. Otherwise, if sometimes he may not sanction it, but we should understand that that is for our good, not that Krishna is not hearing our prayers, or he is not wanted to fulfill our desires. So basically, always when we glorify Krishna, when we pray sincerely from the heart with love and devotion, he will definitely accept those prayers, and he will be very much pleased with that. And all our activities, as we know, whatever we are doing is for to please Guru and Krishna, right? What is the goal of our life? Our goal of our life is samsiddhir haritoshanam. Whatever activities we are doing, it should be pleasing to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Otherwise, there is no meaning of doing anything. It is not for our satisfaction or for our enjoyment. No, it is only the purpose, because we are part and parcel of Krishna, and because of the mercy of Krishna and Guru, we are now trying to practice Krishna consciousness. And without forgetting them, what pleasure we have, what pleasure we need, we don't want anything actually. That's the thing. So here Maharaj Prithu, Lord Vishnu is appreciating all the praise of Maharaj Prithu, and he is blessing him, and Krishna is blessing him, and he departed. In the purport, very beautifully, Srila Prabhupada is saying that Lord accepted and appreciated the meaningful prayers of the king. And he very specifically mentioned, when a devotee prays to the Lord, he will not ask for any material benefits. This is very important. Actually, devotion means it should be unconditional. Otherwise, it is just a business deal. It's just a business deal. Like, okay, I will pray, I will put some money, I will give some donation, but you give me that, you give me this. We are asking Lord, we are asking Krishna, we are asking demigods to fulfill our material desires, which is not actually devotion. We cannot call that activity to be devotion. Devotion means, sometimes people say he is a devotee of Shiva, he is a devotee of Lord Ganesha, he is a devotee of Krishna. Actually, if we are using the term devotee, we should understand that he or she should be having unflinching, unconditional love for that particular god, demigod or Krishna or whoever. Then it is okay. Then we can call them as a devotee. Otherwise, it is simply material or simply a business deal. If you pay, it's like if you scratch my back, I will scratch your back. It is like that. Simply materialistic. We all are like that, no? Because we want something from somebody, and we are ready to do that to that person because we are expecting something from them. Like scratching, asking them to scratch my back, our back, and we will scratch their back. This is the thing. Same thing we are dealing with Krishna, or we are dealing with the demigods. I will put some money, you give me something more. I will do this, what to say, yagya, or I will do this particular um, any rituals in the temple, you give me this. That is not devotion. Devotion is what is here is mentioned. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamaye, mama janmani janmanishware bhavada bhaktir ahaitugitvai. That is the verse here Srila Prabhupada is quoting from our Shikshashtakam. Na dhanam, I don't want any wealth. I don't want any money, material thing, material money. I don't want this, because whatever I need for my sustenance, you are giving me. I am happy with that. We don't have to ask for it. Oh Krishna, fulfill my desire of having a house of 5,000 square feet, having a bank balance of 10 crores. What is the point? That is not the correct prayer. So na dhanam, that is a na dhanam means we Krishna knows what is good for us, so he will give us. We don't have to hanker for it. We would have hankered for it before. I am not saying that. Even I also, when before I came to Krishna consciousness, we were not knowing what exactly, how we should pray, what is the goal of life, why we are in this material world. We don't know anything. What is the goal of life? Nothing. But when we understand the scriptures, when we hear from our gurus and acharyas and great devotees like Srila Prabhupada, we understand the goal of life. We understand what we should pray, and whatever we were doing is not to be considered as prayers actually. It was simply sense gratification, asking for some sense gratification. So here Srila Prabhupada is giving that how we should pray. Our prayers should be like that. Always we should never ask for any material benefits like na dhanam, na janam. Na dhanam means wealth. We don't want wealth. Na janam, we don't want followers. We don't want what to say, 1,000, sorry, not 1,000, what to 1K, 10K, not K, 10, what is 100K, 1 million followers in YouTube. Or maybe preaching, or maybe cooking channel, preaching channel, or maybe some what is that, shorts, many things. So that is not the goal of life. We don't want followers, we don't want claps. That's not. We may get claps if we hanker for it from others, but we will not get Krishna. Recently I was hearing from one of my spiritual superior. He was telling, in kirtan also, when we hear kirtan we should always have the feeling that I am doing this for the pleasure of Krishna, not to get claps and not to get appreciation from others. And he was telling one incident happened in one of the kirtan mela, in one of the place. I am not saying which place and who, etc. So there were two devotees. Devotees were waiting for the slots. They have already given the slots. So one devotee slot was from one time to half an hour or 40 minutes, like that. So he started doing his kirtan, and he had prepared some melody, and he was singing that. And the next devotee who was supposed to come, who was supposed to sing in the next after him, he got upset. Why? Because he also prepared the same melody. So consecutively two same melodies are going to come. So the second devotee got completely annoyed. He was completely devastated. He said, no, how it is possible? How he can sing this melody? I have prepared, for last 1 month I have been preparing for this, to sing, this melody to sing. And he is now doing the same melody, using the same melody, and how can I sing now just next to this? It's not possible. See, I have researched so many melodies, and somehow from one of the 24-hour Kirtan Mela of Vrindavan, I got this very beautiful melody. I don't know how somebody has cheated me. See, he started blaspheming many people, and finally what happened? And when he was not ready to sing, actually, then he did not sing, I believe. So what we can understand from this is that it is so basically it is, there is no problem in singing. See, Krishna, if we are singing for the pleasure of Krishna, doesn't matter what melody we are singing, doesn't matter what what tune we are singing, what is our mood, what is our heart. That is what Krishna is looking for. Otherwise, we may get claps, we may get thousands of people, followers, thousands of clap. Oh Prabhu, oh Mataji, your melody was so great. Your singing was so nice. Oh, our hairs were standing on the end. People may say that. People may clap for us. We will have 1 million followers. But what is the point? We will get claps from the people around, but we will not get Krishna. To get Krishna, whatever service we are doing, it should be without expecting anything material things. Because claps, janam, dhanam, all these things are material. All are material. Name, fame, recognition, puja, labha, pradishta, everything is material, completely material. So we will not get Krishna, that is for sure. If we want to get Krishna, our prayer should be like this. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim. I don't want any, I don't want to get attracted to any opposite sex person. I don't want to, show off myself. Okay, I will wear this, so he or she will be get attracted. No, I don't want this opposite, to get attracted or to. I don't want opposite sex attraction or anything. So like that. Na janam, na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim kavita. I don't want to become a great scholar and people starts appreciating me. I don't want all these things. What I need, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that Kavidam va Jagadish Kame Mama Janmani Janmaneshware Bhavada Bhaktir Ahaitu Mama Janmani Janmaneshware. Life after life, birth after life, birth after birth. I am ready to take birth in this material world. I don't have any problem, Krishna, but I only want Ahaituki Bhakti. I only want unconditional, unmotivated devotional service. Nothing else. This should be our prayer. This is, if we pray like that sincerely, and it's not externally we are praying, our heart should also align with that prayer. So if our mood is like this, then we will definitely get Krishna. There is no doubt. Krishna is ready to give himself to us. No doubt about it. But this should be the mood. Otherwise, we will not get. Krishna will say, you wait for some more time because you need to get purified. Because puja, labha, pradishta, everything is simply, keeping us in this material world. It is not helping us to get out of this material world. It will never help. Because if you are expecting all these material things, then we may look for it, we may hanker for it, we may work for it, and we will get something, and we will be attracted to it. Then we will follow in that chakra, in that chain of all this. The spider web will be caught in that. We will not be able to get out of that. So our prayer should be Ahitugi Apratihata, and without expecting anything. Even Krishna, I am ready to take birth again in this material world. I don't have any problem. I want only unconditional, unmotivated devotional service. I don't want to leave your lotus feet. This is what I am asking for, nothing else. See, what a beautiful prayer, right? And in the second paragraph, Srila Prabhupada is saying, Lord's birth or appearance in this material world is to establish devotional service. So we know that he comes to establish dharma, devotional service, and What is the purpose of the birth of a devotee? Srila Prabhupada is saying that his purpose is to broadcast this message. So Krishna came, he will establish devotional service, and the same devotional service, the same religion, what Krishna has established is being broadcasted by whom? The devotees of Krishna. Bhuritajana. Hmm? तव कथामृतम तप्त जीवनम कविभिरीडितम कल्मषापहम श्रवणमंगलम श्रीमदानंदम bhuvi grananti ye bhuridachana. So what the devotees are doing? Devotees are broadcasting Krishna's glories, broadcasting the glories of holy names, glories of devotional service, like our Srila Prabhupada, like Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, like all our Gurujans, now the current ISKCON Gurus, all of them are, what they are doing? They are broadcasting this Krishna consciousness all over the world, and that is the purpose of purpose of birth for a devotee. So we should also try our best to do in whatever capacity we can do. Not that we will be able to travel like our Guru Varga, not necessary, but whatever broadcasting we can do. First, we have to follow this in our life, and we have to be a good example for others, and that itself is a big preaching. That is very important. If we follow something, if we follow Krishna consciousness in our life, then that itself is a good preaching. Means why? Because people who are associated with us, they will see they will see the transformation in us. They will see how we were before, how we are now because of Krishna consciousness, how we have transformed. So that we don't have to even speak anything. That will, that will induce or inspire them to ask or to come closer to us and understand what has changed us. Then we can give small dose of Krishna consciousness. So likewise, so that is a great preaching. So although Lord appears in the material world, he is never to be considered a conditioned soul. So Krishna is Achyuta, means infallible. He is never to be considered as a conditioned soul. And the purpose of, and Krishna appears from his internal potency, not like all of us. We are all conditioned soul. Krishna is not like that. He may look like, or he may behave like a conditioned soul or a normal human being, but he is not. Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvata tyaktva deham punarjanma. So if we understand the activities and birth of Krishna in tattva, then we will not take birth in this material world. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Yes, let's go to the next verse. I'm really sorry, my cough is always increasing, especially when I speak. It is more stressful. Okay, Divya Mataji, please recite the verse number 35 and
देवर्षि पित्र गंधर्व सिद्ध चारण पन्नगः किन्नरा सरसोमर्त्य खगा भूतानि अनिकेशः यज्ञेश्वरः दिया राज्ञ वाग्वित्तांजलि भक्तितः सभाजित ययुः सर्वे वैकुंठनुगात सततः. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Shall I read the translation?
Translation you can read, and purport Raksha Mataji can read. Yeah.
Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. King Prithu worshipped the demigods, the great sages, the inhabitants of Pitraloka, the inhabitants of Gandharva Loka, and those of Siddha Loka, Chanara Loka, Pannaga Loka, Kinnara Loka, Apasaro Loka, the earthly planets, and the planet of the birds. He also worshipped many other living entities who presented themselves in the sacrificial arena. With folded hands, he worshipped all these as well as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the personal associates of the Lord by offering sweet words and as much wealth as possible. After this function, they all went back to their respective abodes, following in the footsteps of Lord Vishnu. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Raksha Mataji, please read the
Yes.
purport.
Hare Krishna, thank you. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In modern so-called scientific society, the idea is very prevalent that there is no life on other planets, but that only on this earth do living entities with intelligence and scientific knowledge exist. The Vedic literatures, however, do not accept this foolish theory. The followers of Vedic wisdom are fully aware of various planets inhabited by varieties of living entities such as demigods, the sages, the pitas, the Gandharvas, the Pannagas, the Kinnaras, the Charanas, the Siddhas, and the Apsaras. The Vedas give information that in all planets, not only within this material sky, but also in the spiritual sky, there are varieties of living entities. Although all these living entities are of one spiritual nature, in quality the same as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they have varieties of bodies due to embodiment of the spirit soul by the eight material elements, namely earth, water, fire, air, sky, mind, intelligence, and false ego. In the spiritual world, however, there is no such distinction between the body and the embodied. In the material world, distinctive features are manifested in different types of bodies in the various planets. We have full information from the Vedic literature that in each and every planet, both material and spiritual, there are living entities of varied intelligence. The Earth is one of the planets of the Bhurloka planetary system. There are six planetary systems above Bhurloka and seven planetary systems below it. Therefore, the entire universe is known as Chaturdas Chaturdas Bhuvan, indicating that it has 14 different planetary systems. Beyond the planetary system in the material sky, there is another sky, which is known as Paravyom or spiritual sky, where there are spiritual planets. The inhabitants of those planets engage in varieties of loving service into the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which include different rasa or relationships, such as Dashyaras, Sakhyaras, Vatsalyaras, Madhuryaras, and above all, Prakriyaras. This Parakriya Ras or Paramore love is prevalent in Krishna Loka or Lord Krishna's where Lord Krishna lives. This planet is also called Golok Vrindavan, and although Lord Krishna lives there perpetually, he also expends himself in millions and trillions of forms. In one of such forms, he appears on this material planet in a particular place known as Vrindavan Dham, where he displays his original pastimes of Golok Vrindavan Dham in the spiritual sky in order to attract the conditioned souls back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, thank you. So in this verse, we can see Maharaj Prithu worship the demigods, sages, the great sages, the inhabitants of Pitraloka, inhabitants of Gandharvaloka, Siddhaloka, Charanaloka, Pannagaloka, Kinnaraloka, Apsaraloka, and earthly planets, planets of the birds. He also worshipped many other living entities who presented themselves in the sacrificial arena. So, with folded hands, he worshipped all these, and as well as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and the personal associates of the Lord, by offering sweet words and as much as wealth as possible. After this function, they all went back to their respective abodes, following in the footsteps of Lord Vishnu. So, dear devotees, we can see the quality of Maharaj Prithu here. So, Maharaj Prithu is not only worshipping or not only giving respect or worshipping Lord Vishnu, he is giving respect and he is worshipping the great demigods, great sages, inhabitants of Pitraloka, etc. Here, the worship doesn't mean that he is asking something material or he is asking something from them. Out of respect, and considering that they are the servants of Krishna, all the demigods, all the great sages, inhabitants of Pitraloka, all of them are actually part and parcel of Krishna, and they are all, especially the demigods, they are all representatives and they have different responsibilities given by Krishna. So, considering that considering them to be the servants of Krishna, he is worshipping in that mood. So in that way, so he is giving, basically we can see that he is giving proper respect to everybody. So this is very important point for all of us also, that we sometimes, the Krishna conscious devotees, we are worshipping Krishna, but sometimes we belittle, or we may criticize demigods, or we may say that bad about demigods, or we don't give proper respect. We may not be saying bad, or we may not be giving proper respect to demigods. So but that is not correct. We should respect everybody. We should respect demigods also, no doubt about it. They are all great personalities. They are all great personalities than us. We are simply, what to say, the conditioned, very unqualified people here. Demigods are so qualified. That is the reason they have got the demigod body. And they are directly doing service for Krishna. So we have to respect them. And all the inhabitants of other planets also, here see, Maharaj Prithu is giving proper respect to them, giving proper gift to them, worshipping them in that, and with a very folded hands, in a very humble way he is saying. So who is Maharaj Prithu? Maharaj Prithu is an expansion of Krishna only. See, so Krishna is teaching us through Prithu Maharaj how we should respect others. So we should. This is very important. So it doesn't mean that a Krishna conscious, a devotee of Krishna should not worship, or should not respect others. We should respect, understanding that they are Krishna's servants. In that mood, we should give more respect, no doubt. In fact, for me personally, I would say, after coming to Krishna consciousness, my respect towards the demigods have increased, actually, not decreased. Because before I was not knowing about what is the difference of demigods, Krishna, demigod, who is supreme, and personality of Godhead, demigods. So we know many, so we were not having proper information, especially me. So we were worshipping everybody, but even we don't know what kind of worship we should do. That is another problem. And the point is that now, understanding more, or reading Srila Prabhupada books, hearing from our Guru Varga, the respect towards the demigods, towards Lord Shiva, towards Lord Brahma, towards Indra, towards all the other demigods, that has actually increased. I mean that the respect has increased. That is very, I feel good now. Before it was not like that. So initially, if see, the point is that even in our devotee community also, sometimes not everybody is respecting the demigods. They may say, oh, no, demigods we will not go to their temple, or we will not follow anything. Oh no. Or we don't have to. It's not that we have to go to the temple and every day. Not in that way. Nothing wrong in going also. That is another thing. If you are going, no problem. But we should ask only Krishna Prem, or we should ask service to Krishna, to the demigods. So they will be happy if you are worshipping them in that way. And if you are worshipping them, considering them to be the servant of Krishna, they will be very happy. If you are considering them to be superior to Krishna, they will not be happy, because they will be thinking that what a foolish person is this. Because demigods, they all know their position. They all know the position of Krishna also. So if we are going there and telling, oh, you are the supreme person, you are so great, and give me this, give me that, so then they will think, demigods will think, what a foolish person is this. He doesn't know who I am. And who is Krishna, and he is asking all these material benefits. Chalo, whatever it is, he has come, let me give some material benefits. Then he will give, but it is not with he is not, or the demigod may fulfill our material desire, but that is not the ultimate thing. But if you're asking him Krishna consciousness, if you're asking him our love, our devotion to Krishna, he will be very happily giving us, because here he is a because being a great devotee of Krishna. So from this verse we can understand that we should respect all the inhabitants of all the lokas, all the planetary systems, all the demigods, and Srila Prabhupada is elaborately explaining here, making us understand that there are living entities in all the planets. And in the modern science, modern scientific theory says that only the inhabitants are present in the earth, and they say nobody is in the moon, nobody is in the Mars, or nobody is in any other planet, because we cannot see them with our current material eyes, because our material eyes is basically made of all the Panchabhuta. At the same time, the combination of the senses, these senses are made in different combinations and permutations and combinations of these material elements. So if you go to demigod planets, higher planetary system, they also having a material body, but at the same time it's not like our body. Their body is also made of Panchabhuta, but the combination of this Panchabhuta is different. So with our eyes we cannot see them, but they can see us, because they are having more subtle and more advanced kind of senses, not like us. So the higher planetary system, the inhabitants of higher planetary system can see us actually. So yeah, so like that. So we should understand that there are living entities in all the planets, and what is the praman? The praman is scriptures. All the shastras are saying, Bhagwatam is saying, all the scriptures are saying that it is not void or it is not vacant actually. And there are 14 planetary system, and we are in the middle, and we are in the Bhur Loga. And Bhur Loga is one of the planetary system, and there are thousands of planets in this Bhur Loga. I mean, in this planetary system, and our Earth planet is one among the planets. So we are so insignificant, dear devotees. In the Bhur Loga planetary system itself, there are so many planets, and one of the planet is only Earth. So what to speak of other planetary system? And there are 14 planetary system like that, and there are millions and there are thousands of planets in each and every planetary system. So we are very small, we are so insignificant, and we are thinking, but we are something great. The modern scientific advancement, if we have something, we think that we have conquered the world. Nothing. We are not conquering anything. We are we are just like mustard seed in the entire creation of Krishna. Not we. I am saying planet Earth is just like a mustard seed in the entire creation of Krishna. So the planet Earth itself is a mustard seed, and what is the situation of the people like all of us, 7.5 billion population? How much insignificant we are. So it's like that. We should always remember this. Whenever we get proud, we get pride. If we are, we can always remember this. We are nothing. We are zeros. Always. Yeah. Yes. So that's about the 14 planetary system. And beyond this 14 planetary systems, there is something called Paravyoma, which is the spiritual sky. And in the spiritual sky, there are so many spiritual planets. The Vaikunta lokas are there. And we can, according to our relationship with Krishna, the mood, the rasa, we can go to those planetary systems or those spiritual planets, and be with Krishna and serve him in that particular mood. Dasya, Rasa, Sakhya, Valsalya, Madhurya, and all. And especially in the Krishna Loka or in the Goloka Vrindavan, we can see that Madhurya Rasa is very prominent, and in the Madhurya Rasa, this Parakya Rasa is also is very, very prominent there. We cannot find that in any other planetary system or any other spiritual planets. The Parakya Rasa is very, very unique in Krishna Loga or Goloka Vrindavan. Yeah. And in one of the, yes, what is that? Yeah, in Krishna says, Srila Prabhupada says, when Krishna descends to this material world, he also manifests the Vrindavan Dham here in this material world. So we have Vrindavan Dham here in this material world. It's actually Krishna's manifestation of the Golaka Vrindavana here in this material world. But this Vrindavan Dham is also spiritual. We are not able to see that in a spiritual way. We still have that what to say, the materialistic eyes. So that is why. But there are devotees, there are great personalities, great devotees who can see, who can see the actual form of dham. Yeah. Because wherever Krishna comes, Krishna brings that abode also along with him. So on all the pastimes, what he is doing in the Goloka Vrindavana, he is manifesting the same in here also. Here we can see there are different types of pastimes also. Some will be naimitic pastimes and some will be nitya leelas. Naimitic leelas and nitya leela means naimitic leelas are leelas which are what to say not the eternal leelas. Nitya leelas are leelas which are happening in the spiritual world eternally. Always it is happening. And the naimitic leela, like for example, the killing of the demons, etc., etc. These are naimitic leelas which Krishna performs when he descends to this material world. But those leelas are also transcendental because Krishna is involved. Krishna is there in those leelas. And if we hear those naimatic leelas also, we will get purified. And yeah, we will be able to purify ourselves, and we will get more and more attracted to Krishna, and then we will be qualified to enter into the Nitya Leelas of Krishna in Golaka Vrindavan. So that's the thing. So Krishna comes and descends to this material world for what? Srila Prabhupada is finally saying in the last sentence of the purport. He says, it is to attract the conditioned souls back home, back to Godhead. So this is the reason of Krishna's descent. When Krishna is descending to this material world is simply to attract all of us. That is the purpose of his appearance. Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya. This vinashaya chatushkrita is actually, to kill the demons is very external reason. But the internal reason is that he wanted to attract all of us to him. So that when we get attracted to his pastimes, what will happen? Then we will start, practicing practice devotional service, and then gradually we will be qualified to enter into the spiritual world. And Krishna wanted all of us to go back to Godhead, right? So he comes here to attract all of us for that, right? So very beautiful purports by Srila Prabhupada. So we are so grateful to him. So my sincere thanks to all of you. So that was three. I had to take 3 verses today. So the remaining verses will be covered by the next speaker. Thank you so much for your patience. Hare Krishna. Dandot Pranam. Grandhara Srimad Bhagwatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Krishna Murti Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandot Pranam, Prabhuji.
Dandot Pranam, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Very happy to see you every day. Every week when I come. Hare Krishna.
That is the grace, Prabhuji. You are all preaching us to make us be in the right path. We are all grateful to Prabhuji.
Oh, no, Prabhuji. These are only theory I am speaking. So whatever I speak, I wanted to follow that also, like all of you are thinking. So we are all in the same boat. Okay. Right. All right. So then let's stop for today and we'll continue in the next class. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जाय, जगत गुरु शिला प्रभुपाद की जाय, इस्कॉन गुरु वृंद की जाय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. हरि हरि बोल. हरे कृष्णा. प्रणाम.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.